Good morning. What from all this do you want to retain as we start to move back to normal? One thing that I think will be very difficult, but also very important that we retain is our reliance or turning to God, knowing who is in control. It's very deceiving, but also incredibly prevalent and common for us to assume we have a handle on our own lives. We like to think that we can provide for ourselves, we can care for ourselves. If not us, we can go to certain resources to be able to be taken care of. That our lives are, in many ways, in our own hands. Our futures are in our own hands. We like to look even around ourselves and think that there are things outside of us that can prepare for us, that our doctors and hospitals. If we have a problem, well, they'll be able to solve it. If we have a problem, the government will be able to solve it. That the means to the ends of our problems and our future security is here on Earth. We found very really that in all this time, that's not always the case. Very presently before our eyes, we see that illusion melt away. So, as we revert back to normalcy, it's going to be important for us to realize God has always and will always be in control in our lives. God is watching over us. God does know our future just as He knows our past, just as He knows the beginning and the end. And He has provided. It might not be how we want to be provided for. It might not be the future or the present that we imagine. But God is working, and we trust Him because we know He is good and He is able and He is in control, despite all of the facades we put up in our mind to think that we have control, that anybody else has control here in our life. That God does have control. We rely on Him. In this time, maybe more than we're used to. But going forward, that we continue to remember that in our lives. Go back and regularly acknowledge, worship, praise, thanks, and depend on who really has power in our lives. It's not the government. It's not doctors. It's not even ourselves many times. It is God. I hope this message finds you well today. Have a wonderful day. Go in peace and serve the Lord.